Right, what's good, everyone? Um, today I just want to jump on and do a quick video. Who's messaging me now? Someone's messaging me something. I just want to jump on and do a quick video about going on and what's been happening in the news lately, especially after the football game yesterday. I'm sure you've watched it. I'm sure you've seen. If you're on social media, you couldn't avoid it. I've seen it all day. I've spent way too much time on my phone looking at stuff because I've had a day off. Firstly, I start by saying, if you've got a black friend or a minority friend, reach out, reach out and make sure that him or her is all right. You know, because I know how I felt after that penalty shootout last night, and I literally laid on my sofa, just laid on my sofa. I was watching it at home by myself, and I laid on my sofa, with my hands in my head, cold sweating. It's like, I don't believe this. I don't believe this. And why? Because I knew what was going to come. I knew the retribution was going to come from this. And as I imagine, it's probably not as bad as I thought it was, and it was pretty bad, right? You've seen the memes, you've seen the messages on social media, Snapchat. I'm not on that, but I've seen a few videos or a few messages being circulated on Twitter, Facebook, you name it. It's all hate, hatred, hate, pure hate, and it's really interesting to see. Though it's gonna happen, it's nonetheless vicious, man. And this is over a game of football. 22 guys running around a pitch kicking a ball of air, and this is how people get wound up. And I think what it is, I think the media charges us up so much about this game and about the meaning of winning this game, that we all become overly hyped and overly, I don't know, we become so engrossed in England winning this as if this is winning a world war of some sort. It's I think the media hype, from the guys on the BBC to the guys on ITV showing us historical videos of the '66 World Cup, saw that in colour for the first time on Channel 4. Didn't find it that interesting, to be honest, but England, last time England won a major competition was in '66, and they've replayed that, and they replayed the guys who talked about how it changed their lives, and it's, at the end of the day, it's a game of football. That's all it is. It's a game of football. It changes no one's lives. What Marcus Rashford done and getting kids fed, that's changing lives. What Raheem Sterling done and helping a kid who had cancer, that's saving lives. These are the important things. These guys are using their platform to do really, really big and important things, and that's being missed because they missed a penalty, right? And it's sad to see that we're still in this state. It's 2021, and I feel like it's a throwback to what I've seen in America, the Jim Crow era, to the Windrush era of people coming here and being told to go home. It almost felt like it was a throwback to that era, and it's sad to see that we as a country, as far as we've come to now, and yes, there's been a lot of changes and a lot of good changes, but under the surface, if you dig a little deeper under the surface, that hatred is still there. That ugliness is still there. And when you have people at the top, like Gary Neville said earlier, when you have people at the top who sort of embolden that sort of rhetoric and try almost endorses that sort of rhetoric, then the people at the bottom feel like they themselves are emboldened to do and say the things that they do. You saw it in America with Trump and the Trump era and the insurrection that happened. People felt emboldened for people at the top and not knocking it and beating it down. See, it starts at the very top. If the people at the top are not calling it out for what it is, then I'm afraid the guys at the bottom are going to take it and run with it, and that's exactly what's happened. You have a prime minister who called people like me pickaninnies with watermelon smiles. I've got a great smile, by the way. If you believe it looks like a watermelon, then that's that's probably down to you. I don't know. That's your own ideology or your own racism at play there. but when you have a man who's at the top who calls me a pickaninny, a deeply, deeply derogatory term in the black community, watermelon smiles, and I refer to Obama as an African who has an ancestral dislike for Great Britain, and Muslim women letterboxes, and gay men, bomb boys, whatever, and all these derogatory terms he's used to almost belittle communities, minority communities. That's the man at the top. That's the man that's been elected leader of our country. Talked about the Black Lives Matter movement in derogatory term, talk about taking the knees and saying that the England supporters are within their rights to boo people or the footballers who took the knee against racism. If I'm taking a knee against racism, that's what I'm taking. If I tell you, as the England team did, I said that we were taking the knee to fight, in our fight against racism, you don't then get to dictate to me or decide or tell me why I am taking that knee. So if you are against them taking a knee, you're against them, you're against the fight against racism. There's no long and short about it. That's why they're taking a knee. No other reason. They've said they've taken it for that particular reason. So anyway, I'm going off on a tangent now. It's just sad to see this has happened. But I came on here to say, if you've got a black friend, reach out, say hello, ask them how they're doing. And that go a very, very long way. Well done to the England side for getting to the finals. They played tremendously to get to the finals of the European Championship. So well done to them. It's unlucky to lose on penalty. It's like the flicking of a coin, penalties. You're unlucky to lose on penalties. So there was no really losers in that game. Unfortunately, it had to go that way because that's the way for me. I personally think they should keep playing until the winner scores, someone scores a winner. Frankly, that's that. But penalties are a luck of the draw sort of thing. So, and England will come again. The World Cup's coming up. England will come again. So, keep your head up. The real England fans, keep your head up. I respect all the decent people out there, the real England supporters, and I've seen many good messages out there from friends on Facebook and people in general. There are some really good people. It's not all bad, There are some really decent people out there, which hits you there and reminds you that it's not all bad. It's not all negative. So remember them as well. It's not all negative. There are good people out there, and maybe we could look at that side as well instead of looking at the negative. But that's it for now. I hope you guys are doing well, and catch you guys in the next video. Peace.